What would happen if you flew toward a black hole? Would you see a giant hole in space? A swirling cosmic vortex? Or would reality itself begin to break apart before your eyes? For decades, black holes existed only in theory. Then in 2019, humanity captured its first image of one. But that image only showed us the outside. Today, we're going much closer, closer than any human has ever been. You'll witness how a black hole transforms from a distant object into the most terrifying thing in the universe. And by the end of this journey, you'll understand why crossing the event horizon may be the point where reality itself stops making sense. Let's begin. Stage 1. From millions of miles away. At first, a black hole doesn't look very impressive. In fact, you might not see it at all. Black holes emit no light. They're completely invisible. Instead, what astronomers notice is their effect on nearby stars and gas. As you approach from millions of miles away, the first thing you'll see is a glowing ring of superheated matter. This is called the accretion disk. Gas, dust, and even entire stars are pulled inward by gravity. As the material spirals toward the black hole, friction heats it to millions of degrees. The result? A brilliant ring brighter than entire galaxies. But that's only the beginning, because the closer you get, the stranger reality becomes. Stage 2, the universe starts to bend. Now you're much closer. And suddenly something impossible happens. The stars behind the black hole begin to warp. Light itself bends around the object. This effect is called gravitational lensing. The black hole's gravity is so powerful that it curves space itself. Imagine placing a bowling ball on a trampoline. The fabric bends downward. Now imagine the bowling ball weighs millions or billions of suns. The distortion becomes extreme. Stars behind the black hole appear above it. Some appear below it. Others seem duplicated. The universe begins looking like a giant cosmic funhouse mirror, and this distortion grows stronger with every mile you travel inward. Stage 3. The photon ring. As you continue approaching, the black hole transforms again. A bright glowing circle appears around its edge. This is the photon ring, one of the strangest structures in the universe. Here, gravity is so powerful that light can orbit the black hole. Think about that. Photons normally travel in straight lines at the speed of light, but near a black hole, gravity forces them into circular paths. Some photons loop around the black hole multiple times before escaping. The result is a brilliant ring of trapped light. This is one of the features captured by the Event Horizon Telescope, and it's the last relatively normal thing you'll see, because beyond this point, space and time begin behaving differently. Stage 4. Time starts breaking. If someone watched your spaceship from far away, they'd notice something terrifying. You appear to slow down, then slow down even more. Eventually, you'd seem almost frozen. This isn't an illusion. Time itself is stretching. Einstein predicted this more than a century ago. The stronger gravity becomes, the slower time passes. Near a black hole, this effect becomes extreme. 1 hour for you could equal days, years, or even centuries elsewhere. As you approach the event horizon, time for outside observers appears to nearly stop. To them, you never truly cross the boundary, you simply fade away. But from your perspective, something very different happens. Stage 5, the event horizon. You've arrived at the most famous boundary in the universe, the event horizon, the point of no return. Cross this line and escape becomes impossible, not because something blocks your path, but because every possible route now leads inward. Even light cannot escape. Surprisingly, if the black hole is supermassive enough, you may not notice crossing it. There is no wall, no flash, and no alarm. One moment you're outside, the next moment you're inside, and nobody in the universe can ever receive another message from you again. But the real horror lies deeper still. Stage 6, spaghettification. The closer you get to the center, the stronger gravity becomes. But here's the problem. Gravity isn't equally strong everywhere. Your feet experience more gravity than your head. The difference grows rapidly. Soon your body begins stretching. Astronomers call this spaghettification, a surprisingly funny name for something horrifying. You would become longer and thinner as tidal forces pull you apart atom by atom. Every molecule, every cell, every piece of matter, stretched into an increasingly narrow stream. For smaller black holes, this happens before reaching the event horizon. For giant black holes like TON 618, it may happen much deeper inside. Either way, survival is impossible. Stage 7, the singularity, and finally, you approach the center, the singularity, a place where all known laws of physics break down. According to current theory, all the black hole's mass exists within an infinitely small point, infinite density, infinite gravity, infinite curvature of space-time. The problem? Infinity doesn't make sense in physics. It's a sign that our equations are incomplete. This means scientists don't actually know what exists at the center. Some theories suggest wormholes, others suggest quantum structures, some even propose entirely new dimensions of reality. The truth is, nobody knows. The singularity remains one of the greatest mysteries in science. Black holes aren't just giant objects in space. They're places where reality itself behaves differently, where light can orbit forever, where time slows almost to a stop, where space bends beyond recognition, and where our understanding of physics reaches its limits. The closer we look at black holes, the more mysterious they become, and perhaps the most terrifying fact of all is this: the universe contains billions of them, some small, some gigantic, and some so massive that they make entire solar systems seem insignificant. So if you had the chance to see a black hole up close, would you take it? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into one of the darkest mysteries in the universe, subscribe for more incredible space documentaries. Because out there, beyond the stars, reality is stranger than fiction,